Hello, everybody. Welcome to She Reads Tarot. My name is Catherine, and I'm getting started with your reading for Gemini. And welcome, everybody. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you drop a like button for me. Go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. And everything else about me is in the description box below. I have a couple other channels. Queen Cancer Tarot, my main channel. Go check me out there. There's a channel membership option there. And you get extendeds, all of the extendeds that I do across all of my channels when you join that membership level. Okay. But everything else is self-explanatory. Go check it out. Check out my pages. Check out my webpage if you would like to book a personal reading with me. All right. So there is always that option. And welcome. All right. So I do want to tell you guys that I am in the process of moving into my studio. That is happening as we speak. Tomorrow is actually a busy day for me, and also Sunday. So the entire weekend I will be busy. Okay, the entire weekend I will be busy. I'm kind of trying to remember what day it is now. So, all right. So, anyways, well wishes for me as I go through that process, and let's go. So, let's look. We're going to look at your overall energy. We'll look at recent lessons from your past, whether it's it's going to be recent lessons from your past. We'll look at the current energy, goals that you have for yourself right now, what the challenges are, okay, and what the advice is for you, okay? All right. And you guys, I just want to remind you, this is just you have a gift. I am gifted. I've been given a beautiful blessing, but I am not a psychic. I have been, I don't know, people may beg to differ, when I tell them things that have happened to me, which I do talk about on this channel and my other channels. I don't have time right now, but I will get into that more. And there will be a whole playlist, okay, about that on Tarot Talk Live. So please go and check that out. Go and subscribe there. There's going to be lots of things coming up that we're going to talk about. So we'll be sharing. Sharing is caring, but there's lots of things that, led me to doing these readings. I didn't just kind of come to this, by chance. I was like, I know that I have a blessing and a gift that a lot of people don't have. I know that I'm an empath. I know that I have a strong sense of intuition. Okay. I wish I used it more in the past than I did, but hey, we all live and we are learning. Okay. And that's just it. I'm just here to share what I have with anybody who is here to give it an ear. And if anyone benefits from anything that I have to say, then that is a blessing all by itself. But I'm not here to hurt anybody. So welcome. Welcome. All right. And everybody's welcome here. If the readings don't resonate, hey, that's fine with me. There are plenty of readings in the playlist. I'm sure there's something for everybody. If none of my readings resonate with you, you are welcome to stay or go. I just ask that you remain respectful. I don't ask for anything else. Okay? I don't ask for anything else. Just let's love and respect one another, okay? All right, so overall energy, I'm going to pull from the Collective Oracle deck. This is a box that I created for us. I use this on all of my channels from time to time. I'm just giving it a good shuffle. It's been a minute, okay? All right, so let's go. Starting now. Overall energy for Gemini. Oh, something came out. All right, so this is just going to give us the overall energy behind the message here. Okay, and there are 3. So we'll stop there. 3 seems like a good number. And let's get 3 of the true emotional oracle. A little bit of a shuffle. I don't know how well these are shuffled from my previous reading. We'll give it a go. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is going to be spicy. I can already see that, folks. Okay, so we're going to get a feel from our Spirit Shield Oracle deck. Okay. Whew, this is getting spicy, folks. I don't know what y'all have going on, Gemini, but not looking pretty. Okay. Okay, so we're going to stop here. We're going to go through these fairly quick. So, all right. So, all right, we have just a little taste of heaven. Ooh, so something is giving you good vibes, okay? It feels like it's too good to be true, perhaps. Or maybe it's so good, there's the energy of having to it's like you can't consume it all. It's not possible. It's like an energy of it's just too good that it's almost like you don't even deserve it. Just a little taste of heaven. Or there's just, you get just a brief opportunity to see something, right? That is only for a select few. You know what I mean? Or an energy of seeing something before your time to see it. I think that's kind of the best indication of it. So it's something that you're getting an opportunity to behold before it's actually meant for you. And then we have creating barriers here. Interesting, because you think about barriers, you think about the heavens, there must be a lot of barriers between, our consciousness and seeing heaven. You know what I mean? And I get chills every time I think of it, but I can definitely resonate with this, okay? Because having been on the other side of that veil, so to speak, I have been on the other side of death and I have seen it on the other side, and it is absolutely beyond comprehension. And just the taste of what I was able to see, which wasn't even, it was just the taste of it was, it was so amazingly, brilliantly beautiful, unexplainable. Beautiful is only a word that I know, but it's something that's unexplainable. Okay, to the amount of perfection that exists, okay, in heaven. So, creating what would create a barrier between you and heaven, right? So, it would have to be our state, right? Our flesh. Because you heaven is only a place where it's spiritual, 100%. Okay? You're 100% with spirit, in the spirit of of the spirit. You're 100%. There's a, yeah. So that barrier would have to be the resistance, and the resistance is our state, our current state. We are wearing it. Okay. So I'm just saying, and creating barriers. That's interesting. So something that is stopping you, right? You just want a little taste of heaven, and there's something that is creating barriers for you. Now we have winter in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. Winter in the reverse. So the opposite of winter, or I'm thinking on a scale that is on the other spectrum of winter, would be summer. Okay. Which we are approaching. Okay. There's also an energy of things heating up, or, you know, one would have to say. Creating barriers also gives me an energy of somebody who is putting on some pounds. And, I'm just thinking of this, and you're, just a little taste of heaven. I mean, this is giving me foodie vibes if I'm looking on a different scale. So somebody could be really hungry, somebody could think something tastes very good. You know what I mean? So I'm being silly right now, but if you look at tarot, you can look at it how it resonates for the person. So if you resonate with that, somebody could have just said, just a little taste of heaven. And they were, as they were eating their food, and this card came out, and this person can now completely be like, okay, wait 1 second, because I've had that happen to me. And the reading actually ended up being a reading that was very viable to my situation, and it was a great reading for me. But that allowed me, that pulled me in, right? So that's, take these readings with a grain of salt, or you can take them very, very specifically. So, okay, don't get caught up in all the hoopla. There is no magic going on here. I don't do spells. I don't do any sort of spells. I pray. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I don't follow any other gods. No, I don't worship any other gods. There is one God, Yahweh, and that is who I lean towards. Okay, on, upon, That's who I rest on. That is where my faith is nestled in. Okay, I'm locked in. So there it is. You don't see any crystals anywhere. I've removed all crystals. There's nothing between me and God, right? These cards are just representations of energies, situations, descriptions, characteristics. Okay. So that is that. All right. So I'm going to keep getting it clear until everyone understands where I'm coming from here. So if you want that other kind of channel that does, go um, beyond that doorway, you are free and welcome. But around here, we get it just how it is given to us naturally, okay, and intuitively from nothing but God. Nothing but God. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, these readings are not a coincidence when I do them. Do not play with me. Do not play with the energy. Go and check out some of the readings for yourself. Now, there have been things that have happened that I cannot explain, and I'm not, hey, but we don't do all the ghosts and the scaries and the none of that because this is real deal Holyfield, right? And I don't play with God, and I'm not trying to. Okay? So get that through your head, whoever needed to hear that. We have shocking news. So we have police station and we have secrets. Okay. So Gemini, I don't know if this is what is happening to you or what you are doing, okay, to someone else. But someone has been very, very very, very good at getting what they want, right? Um, and then hiding their hand and doing things. But something is about to come out. There's going to be something that is going to come out. There's a secret that either you've been keeping or someone's been keeping from you. It's going to come out. It either is going to be a situation where you're going to get a phone call and you're going to find out, because something has happened, or you're going to end up calling or having to reach out to someone in an emergency that you didn't intend on involving, right? But the secret is getting ready to get let out the bag. Things are heating up here. There was an energy of creating barriers. So you were keeping things to yourself, or this person was keeping things to themselves. Just a little taste of heaven. I feel like this person was getting off into things that they should not have been. Like they were going a little off into the deep end of whatever the situation was. Okay. Now, I'm not putting any sort of like energy on that, and I'm not taking it lightly either. So we're going to just leave it at that. So we have strife here. Okay. That is representing something is happening. There's going to be a tower moment. When I have shocking news followed by strife, right? Just a little taste of heaven was just on the other side of this, right? And then we have someone creating barriers or trying to shield themselves. When I said putting on the pounds, I mean that. Listen, I meant that in a literal sense, but if you want to look at it from a different lens, you can look at it as someone who's trying to pad themselves, cover something up, create a barrier so that no one can get to them or get them. It's also a red card, which is giving me red flags. So there's something about this barrier that's being created that needs to have a closer look. And obviously, you're not the only one looking. So there could be something going on that is not good, right? And it's going to cause a lot of strife once things go down. So someone could be involved in something that it literally could be illegal, right? And they have been keeping this a secret. They've been creating barriers, keeping people from knowing what they're really doing. It seemed like this person was living a real good life, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden the block is hot, okay, with summer or winter in the reverse, okay. That's giving me something is starting to heat up. Something is starting to heat up and it's going to lead to an explosion or a tower. Let's see what else we have. We have food here, y'all. Of all things, what did I say? I'm not even kidding, y'all. Don't play with me. Oh, Spirit, Holy Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's all I have to say because whenever these things happen, it always happens because it's like, I don't know. Naysayers are funny, but it's also funny when Spirit is like, okay, I'm going to show you. So, yeah, food. We do have a foodie here. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry, y'all. So yeah, we do have a foodie here, but in this sense here, this talks about meal prepping. So I'm getting an energy of being prepared. This also talks about cooking at home. And then we have future here in the reverse. So somebody is not going to have a very uplifting future, right? This talks about vision boards, setting goals, 10-year plan, manifesting, and this is in the reverse. And with food here, this could also represent an energy of someone who is being greedy, okay? Or because of this person's level of greed or need to have more, okay, it has caused this person to get caught up in a bit of a uh, situation here. So I don't, again, I'm not here to judge or anything like that, but I'm telling you, whatever the situation is, it started off like it seemed like it was just good, but it was getting a little too good. And you just wanted a little taste of heaven, and there's the energy of there were barriers that were created. Someone said, no, this barrier is here for a reason, right? They said no, but you wanted it anyways, or this person wanted it anyways, and they're going to do something on the hot end of things, okay, right? Not on the up and up, okay? Things are going to heat up. Secrets that were once secrets are going to be talked about and shared. someone's going to find out. They're going to read about it. Somebody's going to DM. There's going to be something, a photo. Something is going to leak. And it's going to cause strife, but you're not the only one looking and listening. There could perhaps even be the law involved. Okay? So let's look at the tarot messages here. Okay. And I want to look at this deck here. I like the characters on here. They have a certain tell about them. And I have a feeling about this particular energy. Right? And again, I feel like it started off, it was going to be just perfect. You were just going to get a little taste and you were going to go. Right? Just a little taste and you were going to then go. But someone got greedy. That's the first card that comes out, and I'm not even freaking joking. Come on, y'all. Give it to your girl. Not me, but not me. But I'm just saying. I said what I said. That's the Four of Pentacles here. Is that not greed? Is that not financial instability? And someone who's holding something extremely close? This is all about greed. Being very possessive, or needing or wanting something, or keeping a secret perhaps. And it could be about financial holdings. Okay? So there could be a situation. It could even be, I'm getting a money or a financial scheme or of sorts that's taking place, and someone has gotten greedy. If I see that Three of Pentacles come out, I know exactly what is going on. What else do we have here for Gemini? Okay. So we have two. So we have Temperance here, and we have the Ten of Cups. So this is all about someone who is trying to balance out this stability that they have obtained, because the Ten of Cups is a very positive energy. It's all about abundance. It's all about fulfillment, having security, having long-term security, right? Long-term security. But with that Temperance, it's all about quiet. It's all about being balanced, right? And I feel that this was supposed to be a secret. It was supposed to appear as though, things weren't all the way there financially, right? But I feel that someone got greedy, or there's an energy of something has taken place where things are not as balanced, right? And that could draw attention. That could draw attention. Just let that sit there. Let that sit there. Okay? Under the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. the Six of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. And my, oh my, how fast things are shifting, okay? The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, right? And this could be money, this could be charity, this could be, helping, a helping hand, okay? But the Eight of Cups, this represents emotional, something that is overwhelming, right? It's so overwhelming that you have to abandon the situation. You have to, just kind of abandon ship, just kind of walk away from all eight of the cups, like, I'm sorry, I'm out. I can't take it. You can have it, right? You can have it. And what's funny is that with the Six of Pentacles here, right? It was like you can have it all, right? That Wheel of Fortune is a shift. It is a shift. It is a turn in a different direction. It is things are coming out. Things are starting to come out because of this shift. And because of it, with that Eight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, now all of a sudden, this person that was this soulmate energy, this person that, was all in, is now jumping ship. You can have it all. Something is up. Something must be up. Right? Because that's all about balance, right? That this Ten of Cups and the Temperance, that's all about stability, balance. That Four of Pentacles, it's all about keeping things on the low, keeping things low key, right? Have the appearance of, everything and all on the up and up. Miss a bill here and there, But someone got greedy. Someone got greedy. This Six of Pentacles is all about having everything, right? Things are going to change real fast. Things are going to change real fast. So let's see what the recent lessons are. What are the recent lessons that have been learned? Okay. And let's look at the hidden truth for this. Look at the hidden truth oracle. Because something has happened that has caused this person to jump ship. Because it was all good, right? Everything is all good. So why are we jumping ship now? Why are we walking away from everything? All these cups, they're flying everywhere. Okay, so recent lessons. Oh, that one went flying out. It says, I left you before you could leave me. Literally, first card out. I left you before you could leave me. Interesting. And I said this person is moving away awfully quickly. You know what I mean? This person knew that there was going to be repercussions. Okay. Uh-oh. So whenever that happens, let's see. I'm just going to pull out of the deck here. I lost myself for a little while. And I'm telling you right now, this person started off on a different kind of level. And I feel like this person got greedy. And I feel like this person started doing things to bring in more and more and more, to the point where the things that they started doing, they were going on the deep end, right? I don't know if you were or weren't, or what, or who, what place you play in the situation. This could even be a business partnership. But somebody went too far, they went too far. It says, I bury myself in work to forget you. Do you see this? So there's something about work, something about what this person does for work. And they're trying to forget, they're trying to not think about what they did that messed things up between you and them. They know they did something messed up. It was something that was potentially illegal. It may have even been something that they put you at risk for. With future in the reverse, this could be something that could have potentially affected your future in a negative way, all because this person couldn't get enough. This person was greedy. Okay. They were greedy. Just being near you is intoxicating. So there's something that's very addictive about this person. But look, it says, I knew exactly what I was doing. So at the end of the day, this person, and it says, we need to let each other go. This person knows that they made a mistake. I feel like this is somebody that does care about you. They don't want you to be involved. Okay. They don't want you to be involved. They care about you, but not to an effect of wanting you to get in trouble with them. So I am getting that energy. All right. But this is some crazy stuff here. Wow. And I feel like this person may have recently, maybe this person may have found out that they're in some sort of legal trouble. Like I said, the block is hot. Maybe the police, or maybe there's been some sort of investigation. People have been asking questions or talking, and this person is going through it now. And now it could be that with creating barriers here, maybe this person is trying to protect you in some way. Oh, that card just went across me. Let's see. It went across me. The Six of Cups. Okay, this is all about the past and remembering the past. Nostalgia. And this was a friend, I feel. Again, this was a friend. This was someone that you cared about you, or someone that you had a good relationship with, whether it was a working relationship or whatever the case may be. There wasn't bad, you know, blood per se between you and this person. Tell me more here about Gemini in the recent past. See, the Lovers. What did I tell you, y'all? Don't play here. Do not play with me. This was a good relationship, a good working relationship, a contract that existed, and it was good. You know, things were working well. There was a connection, okay, between you and this person. Now we have the Fool underneath the deck, which talks about someone who's kind of taking a risk, going off on a trip, going, you know what I'm saying? They have intentions of not being gone long, but this person is going, or they're taking some sort of risk. It could also be a very foolish plan that this person is taking. And with the Knight of Wands, this is rebellious. This is someone going off on their own. Okay. And they didn't share this information with the other person about what they were doing. And lo and behold, what do you see? I'm telling you, don't mess with me. The Tower. It's leading to a tower. And this is also the current energy, which is what we're coming into with the Three of Swords. I told you, y'all, I cannot make this up. This person is the first step they took in a different direction. They're going to run smacking dead into a wall, and they're going to end up losing major. Okay. See, 10 of Pentacles, sudden financial windfall. Sudden financial windfall, some sort of money, quick money, lots of money coming in. But with that Nine of Swords, baby, it's coming with an ultimate price, and it's betrayal. There's an energy of this person went off on their own. They did their own thing with that Emperor energy coming in very, very controlling, but also just an energy of trying to be their, a boss. They wanted to be on top of it all, and they ended up failing miserably. They fell on the sword. They fell on the sword, but they're going to fall on the sword, and they're not going to allow you to take any of the blame, which is why I have an inkling of respect for this person. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you. So what is the current energy or the goals? What is this person's current energy or goals? Let's look at what's the vibe. What is the vibe with this person? Gemini. Oh, look at that. Two-faced, double life, cheater, and the backstabber. So the thing of this is, I don't feel that this person is stabbing you in the back per se. I just feel that this person has lots of other things going on that you weren't aware of. Okay. Whether it was a friend, a relationship, whatever the case may be, they cared about you, you cared about them, but they ended up going and leading this double life, and they cheated. See, toxic. And then antisocial. See, in their feelings, silent treatment, and left out. This person did not tell you about this, right? This was a solo thing. This person, you just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? There's the energy of you just didn't know, under the deck, trapped, and look legal, see, and family. Okay. blood ties, inner circle. See what I mean? It's like you didn't even realize that this was going on, but this person, they do. They have boundaries. That's why we have creating barriers, okay? This person is only going to go so far. This talks about enough is enough. This person is only going to go so far, right? They did look at you as family. They did look at you as family. If you are looking at, did you even care about me at all? Yes, this person may have been toxic and cared about you at the same time. Two things can be true at once. Okay. Two things can be true at once. But in this case, like this person was just like stuck in their obsessions. You know what I mean? They led this double life and they got stuck on the other side, which happened to be the dark side. And you're like, oh crap, I didn't realize. But this person is going to shield you, okay? Antisocial and family, they are not going to have you involved all up in that mess, okay? That's why this person has to leave. That's why they need to listen. That's why it says we need to let each other go. You know what I mean? Because there's an energy of you care about this person. The lovers came out, okay? I'm sorry, but it did. With the Six of Cups, I believe. It was another loving energy. But either way, it was a relationship and it was going well until this happened. And you're shocked about it. It's shocking. You're shocked to find out that this person is into all of this. You're like, dang, buddy, why couldn't you just tell? You know what I mean? That type of thing. Let's see. And this is all about current energy and goals. So we have the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So this is all about a plan to start over, a fresh start, whether it's somewhere else, whatever the case, but starting over, plans of starting over. This could be you planning to start over after this situation. This could be a business move. This could also be an energy of helping this person plan to get away. Okay, I don't know, but that is kind of the energy. Someone is planning a fresh start. Okay, and look, I said if this card came out, but we have the Three of Pentacles here. Okay, financial plans. Okay, this could be with money. You could be helping this person financially to start over. This person could be giving you some money to help you start over after the scandal. This could be a business that you were tied into with this person, and after this happened, it could have ruined the name, and now you've got to start all. I told y'all, Three of Pentacles. So maybe you're helping this person financially, maybe they're helping you. Under the deck, Page of Wands. Okay, this is taking a risk, or there's an energy of some sort of risk being taken by doing this. Okay, this also is an energy of things getting out. Okay, so it could be a risk of this getting out. So you may be helping this person. This kind of looking more and more of a situation of, damn it, why didn't you just tell me before? You didn't have to do this. You're better than this, but look, I'm going to help you and good luck, type energy. That is kind of what I am getting. That is crazy, but it is what it is. I have seen crazier things. Okay. And we've got the Knight of Cups here. So once again, it's all about helping, negotiating, helping someone make moves. Do you see what I mean here? This is all about helping and assisting someone to make moves with the Page of Swords. You're doing it and perhaps doing it on the low. So it could be, you may be emailing, this person could be texting, this person may have some sort of a burner phone, but there's some sort of indirect communication that you're having with this person, because you got to keep it on the low. You don't want people to find out that you are working with this person or helping this person in this way. So, ooh, y'all got some stuff going on. What an interesting reading. Just rather quickly, what are the challenges with this? I'm sure y'all are probably like, okay, I can name like 10 of them. But when it comes to your friends and family, or, people you care about, some people, there's certain boundaries that you just don't have. So, I don't know. But maybe you just do have some boundaries. And I don't mean like you don't have boundaries, but I'm saying there's some boundaries that you're willing to cross for family and friends. Okay, that's what I meant. But this person doesn't want you, affected. They don't want you to get in trouble. They don't want you doing anything for them. Look, stabbed in the back and passion. Look at that, y'all. This is interesting because it's like you care about this person. This person didn't tell you this, and this is messed up. They should have let you in. This is heartbreaking. It's hurtful. You feel deceived. This person has got to now run away. That now they've kind of broken the whole connection. The business is ruined. Everything you could have had. You just feel like all of the things. But with passion here, there's an energy of, you just care about this person. You know what I mean? You just care about this person. You know that this person has a lot of love for you. You have love for this person. There are a lot of feelings. You're not just going to leave this person out in the cold. So that's kind of like the challenge. Like, damn, you messed up, but damn, I really care about you. Like, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do? Let's get one more before we look under the deck. One more. One more. This is the challenge. This is the challenge for Gemini. Okay. Don't be burning my cards now. Okay. So we have Paradise here. I burned one of my cards the other day, y'all. Ooh, how quickly that energy. It's a little warm. But we have Paradise here, okay? So passion, Paradise, stabbed in the back. So look at this, y'all. Get away. Get away. Y'all see what I'm seeing? This is get away. Like, you care about this person and you will do anything to help this person. Period. This all talks about oneness. It talks about, having, you care about this person, and you want to help them. You want to help them start over. You have the Phoenix here, okay? Rekindling, new phase, okay? Renew, transformation, all right? Growth and change mind. And then we have twin flames and we have talking. See, this is listen, messages, text, call, email, and hovering. They're waiting for a message from you, right? Oh my gosh, because you're helping this person, or yeah. And there's a challenge. This is challenging. I feel like all of it is challenging. There are challenges in communication. There's challenges in this whole deal. But more than anything, what I'm seeing here is we have the Phoenix, we have twin flames, and we have passion. That is a lot of fire right there. There's a lot of passion that you have. Talking in Paradise, like, you'll always have feelings for this person, period. You'll always care about this person. They stabbed you in the back, yes, but you know what? People do things when they're under pressure, and you are just, this is the way you feel about this person. It is what it is, Gemini. It's not changing. That's kind of the challenge here. Nobody's going to be able to change your mind about this. Okay. And that's okay. You know, people love who they love, even though people make mistakes. Look at this. So we have the Magician in the reverse. Okay. Interesting, because this is all about trickery. It's all about deception. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is this energy of being stabbed in the back here, right? It's this person used their talent, and they used it in a way that got them this Ten of Swords, right? There's an energy of feeling betrayed, feeling stabbed in the back. This is looks just like a spine. It is a spine. These swords are going through this person. You see what I mean? Like there's an energy of feeling this. But look at what we have here. Before I even stir in closely, it's the Eight of Wands. This is all about communication, and a lot of it, right? A lot of talking, a lot of communication here. So it's probably more hurtful, I feel like. The challenge is that, you know, we were so close, like you could have talked to me about this. And that's kind of what I said twice. If you had just said something, if you had just talked to me, if you had just come to me and told me, like, I would have helped you, I would have did this, I would have did that, we could have did this, you know. Under the deck, Seven of Wands. See, you would have defended this person. You would have stood your ground for this person. You would have been over 10 toes down to the concrete for this person, right? Ace of Wands. See, passion. That is that passion. That's why I keep seeing that fire energy. You will literally fight for this person. This says blood ties, inner circle, family. Like you and this person are thick as thieves, but you're not a thief. You know what I mean? This person got in over their head. Five of Pentacles. See, 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 there it is. There it is. This was all about, it's all about some sort of feeling like you are abandoning this person, and that is just something that is just not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's just not. It is just not. I feel like you and this person have been, you have been down for this person since the moment you met them. Like literally, like this is what this is all about. Seven of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And then we have the Eight of Wands right here. Do you see what I mean? Like there is a lot of communication. There's a lot of movement between you and this person. You all have had a lot of action together. I don't know what that means for some of you, but you do. Okay. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of all of that. Right. So yeah, that's why you feel like, damn it, you know, you really got me, you know. So there it is. So what is the advice? What is the advice? What is the advice for Gemini? Sorry guys, nose is itchy. There's so much pollen and crap flying around. It just, I'm so sensitive. And then I see a fruit fly and it just, I don't know, it makes every hair on me stand at end. So I'm going backwards, but we have yes here. This is the spiritual advice, the advice for you from spirit. We have patience here. Okay. Number 16. Yep, there's a clock. Angel with the clock. And we have a year from now. Okay. Okay. And the yes card here, which is also very beautiful. This is that Ace of Wands energy. This is the passion. And we have patience with a year from now. So 7 is completion. 1 plus 6 is 7, you guys. Number 16. Patience. Okay, all will be complete. All will be complete just a year from now. So this person may have to go away or lay low or do whatever for a year, but I feel like in a year's time, things will be full circle, right? Because, yeah, under the deck, we got strategy. This is a plan. And we have 21, which is 3, and that's creation or creativity. So there's someone who's going to be strategic about this plan that is going to happen. And a year from now, it could be this person's going to go away. They're going to wait for a year. And then when things cool down, then they will come back. With winter in the reverse, like I said, things are heating up. So this person's going to have to go and do something else. Now, listen, y'all, don't judge. Okay. This could be a family member, a friend, you know, we have appreciation here. Okay. Number 15, 1 and 5 is 6. 6s represent starting over. I do feel that this person is going to be very appreciative of you, right? For really being a friend. You didn't have to. This person betrayed you. This person deceived you. They deceived others. And they didn't have to have anybody look out for them, but you did. We have big, happy changes coming through for you and for this person. Things are really going to kick in and change. We have rest and rejuvenation, which talks about healing, and we have 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So again, I feel like things, when this person comes back, they are not just going to be better, they're going to be healed. Things are going to be different. Things are going to turn around. And it is going to be a beautiful homecoming, you know? It's going to be a beautiful reunion. Okay. So this person is going to appreciate the fact that, you know, you help them. They are going to do right by you by changing and being a better person. Period. Point blank. Y'all, look at this. I cannot make this up. The 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups just came out. Look at this. And look, we have the King of Wands. This is all about the future, planning for the future, right? Taking leadership, someone who is also doing something big. They're making big changes. Tell me more. Okay. Okay. So we have the 3 of Wands. That's all about movement. And the Hanged Man. See, I feel like this person is going to be making a lot of changes while they're away. Do you see what I'm saying? While they're away, this person is not just sitting around. Under the deck, we have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups and Judgment. Okay. With the 2 of Swords. Yep. And the 6 of Swords. That's what I wanted to see again. Changes. Learned lessons, right? Moving forward, not looking back. And they are making better decisions, okay? With Judgment and the 2 of Swords. This is someone who has taken the time to evaluate decisions that they made in the past. And they're not doing that anymore with the Six of Swords. They have learned their lesson. You see what I mean? So this person, they're going away. With that Seven of Swords, this is someone who is laying low, right? They're laying low. But with that Seven of Cups here, this person, they're going through some things. They're going through some changes. They're getting some clarity about life itself. They had to do this, right? Because they were headed down a very, very, very wrong path. But you help this person, they are going to appreciate you. There's going to be beautiful changes, and you're going to see it when they come back home. I love you guys. I hope you resonate with this reading. Big happy changes are coming. All right, take care and God bless. I will see you on the next one. And we've got Cancer coming up next. So stay tuned and share this channel, share this video with a friend or a family member or a loved one. I will see you guys next time. Bye.